Hello everyone, I'm Marcus Schlorett, and today I'll be talking to you about Facebook, the social media website. So what is Facebook? Was launched by Mark Zuckerberg in Montalvo Park, California on February 4th, 2004. Like I said, it was created by Mark Zuckerberg and fellow students at Harvard University, and it was made to connect people, basically. So his idea of Facebook at the very beginning was he wanted you to have access to people's basic information right away. So you want to know what their enjoyments are, where they go to school, what their hobbies are, where they work, and this all this information was to be collapsed on one platform. So that was the goal of Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. So a historical timeline, like I said, it was founded February 2004 at Harvard University by a group of students. By the end of the year, it had a revenue of $382,000. And by May 2005, it had more than 800 college networks. And when I say college networks, I need to specify that Facebook was started as specifically a college platform. So there wasn't any regular people on there. It was only college students to connect them to each other. And then later on, as I get to in here, they expanded to just everyone. So moving on, October added international schools and photo sharing. So October 2005, they started adding some international schools, and you were able to share photos with your friends, stuff like your ice cream, your food, whatever you enjoy, just normal pictures. And recorded revenue for 2005, the year after it was launched, was $9 million, which is extremely impressive. Obviously, that's over 900% increase from the year before. So it grew quickly. And in April 2006, the Facebook mobile app launched. So, September 2006, registration broadened, and then in April 2008, instant messaging arrived on Facebook, and it expanded to 23 languages, including French, in the same year of 2008, which is huge for them because they have a big international market. And in 2008, their recorded revenue was $272 million. So it went from $9 million in 2005 to 272 million in 2008, which, I mean, that's extremely impressive. And in February 2009, they created the like button, which is basically when you can give your approval for certain posts. And in 2010, that was their first year over $1 billion in revenue. $1 billion, very impressive. So moving on, basic functions. So basically, Facebook is a place where you create a profile with standard information such as your likes, your dislikes, where you work, where you go to school. And users are presented with a timeline on their profile, and this timeline consists of people that you've friended or pages you follow, and basically they post things and then that shows up right on your timeline as they post it. And like I said, the timeline consists of friends, followed and liked pages and other things. And users can also message and tag one another in content online. And then there's also a trending section, as you see on my picture right here, what's trending, and basically that's a section where it shows what's most popular right now, what are people talking about, what's in the news. So a brief use summary. Users can post status updates on anything that they would like, whether this means like a new job, who won the Mariners game, whatever it is, anything that interests your mind you can post. Also able to repost articles, pictures, and other people's statuses, so you're able to share ideas with your friends. You can view others' profile and see what their interests are, their likes, which is the main part of Facebook. You want to connect and get to know people. And you can send friend requests and message others, meaning you basically create a friend group through requests or people requesting to be your friend, and you accept that friend request, and then they're on your list and their posts will show up on your timeline. And then comment, like, and share other posts on Facebook. And there's also a section now, I think this was introduced in 2015, where you can give an emotion. Rather than just a like, you can say that you're happy, sad, discouraged by this post, whatever. So it really gives you a wide variety of reactions you can have, which is unique to Facebook. Moving on. The positives of Facebook. So there's many of these, but the main 4 positives are it connects people. It's simple to learn others' basic info. It's a way to get to know people on a personal level before even meeting them. The power of promotion. So if you have a small business, medium business, or large business, you're able to promote it and get people aware of it. And it's easy to keep up on news and current events. Personally, this is my favorite part of Facebook. And this is basically reflected in the trending section where you're able to see what people are talking about, what's in the news, what's most popular right away, right as you log onto your timeline. Moving on. So then there's some negatives of Facebook, and we've obviously heard this recently in the news a lot. We've heard about the information sharing from users, and we've heard about basically people not trusting the company with their personal data. But besides those, personal information can be copied or stored or tracked by other users, so other people can go on your profile and then basically submit that information you put on your Facebook to the World Wide Web. Then future employers, professors, and peers can all see your public posts. So you definitely don't want to be posting anything that you don't want others seeing, because everything's public. At least if you don't make it private on your profile, it's public. And this can obviously, Facebook can obviously lead to harassment and cyberbullying. We've heard a lot about this in the news recently, people being bullied over the internet. So that's definitely a negative of Facebook. And addiction can occur. Me personally, I can just tell you, I've met multiple people who have been addicted to Facebook. They just are obsessed with it, they're constantly on it, and it takes over their life. But this is rare, but you have to be able to self-control yourself on this aspect. So moving on. The algorithm of Facebook. So this is really interesting. An algorithm is basically what specifies how a post is ranked and where it shows up on your timeline. So the algorithm of Facebook is posts engaging users in conversation and comments will rank higher, meaning Facebook wants you to engage with other users and have conversations. And if you do that, then their post will raise to the top of the timeline, no matter when it was posted. Shared photos or shared posts with friends and with comments by friends rank higher as well. So this goes back to basically the engagement aspect, that Facebook wants you having conversations about what you're posting and basically just talking about it on a deeper level. And reactions on posts for users will also boost it, meaning what we talked about earlier with giving it a like, giving it a dislike, giving it a mad face, giving it a discouraged face, whatever it is, there's all these different emotions that you can react to, and that will also boost your post as well. And so we see a common thread with the algorithm, and it's all about engagement. You want to engage your users and have them talking about what you post, and that will raise your post to higher levels. So that's important to remember if you're a social media influencer. So moving on. So this is a really good question. Who uses Facebook? That's a big question here. So it's more older users than on Twitter and Instagram. The 25 to 34 segment, though, is still the highest amount of people with 29%. And there are more female users than male. And as we see in this chart right here, Facebook, you see with the older generation, they're much higher than Twitter is in multiple aspects. So it's definitely the older generation using Facebook, especially this last segment right here, which is the age range is 60 to 75. That's a big portion of Facebook. So we see that the older generations definitely enjoy the social media platform Facebook. Moving on. So one more time, who uses Facebook? We're going to continue this part. And it's 79% of all internet users in America use Facebook. 88% of all people who claim they are not active on social media or deeply interested also use Facebook, and 83 million fake profiles in total. So this kind of goes back to the recent controversy with the election. Definitely a lot of fake profiles on there posting political propaganda, fake profiles, engaging businesses. We see this a lot. It's a major problem on Facebook, and they're trying to do something about it. So 83 million fake profiles. Okay, organizational practices. So this is what Facebook is trying to do. You want to engage the user with interesting content. You want to build a community through friends and follows, what we talked about. You want to be requesting people to be your friend and following pages you're interested in to build a community. And users are increasingly active on Thursdays and Fridays. So if you're a social media influencer or just someone looking to boost their posts up, you definitely want to be posting on Thursday and Friday nights specifically. Those are the nights where people are definitely on Facebook. And it's a safe space for all of those to express themselves, as long as those views do not directly harm other people. That's in the Facebook policy. So hate speech is not allowed on Facebook, but you have to be careful that you're not threatening anyone else's well-being while posting on Facebook. So effective uses. So this is basically some ideas of how you can effectively use Facebook. So marketing a product or service on Facebook is extremely effective, especially if you're looking to reach that key demographic, which is the age range 25 to 34, as we talked about earlier. That's the largest age segment on Facebook, so it's a great place to advertise for your business. The use of hashtags and tagging people in posts. So especially the use of hashtags, it can really help your business because you can get people talking about what you're talking about and posting. And once they post that hashtag, if you click on the hashtag, it will give you all the other posts that use the hashtag as well. So it basically builds a community of people talking about the same subject. and posting photos, memes, or articles on current or general events. So this is a big part of Facebook, at least with my personal friend group. People like engaging in the daily news or posting memes on what's happening in the world or what's happening in their life. It's basically a simple way to engage the user quickly and easily and grab their attention. And then you must organize your content well and think it out thoroughly. This is major. You don't want to have any spelling errors in your Facebook post. You don't want to be acting erratically. You want to make sure it's really thought out and well presented. So moving on here. This is the ineffective uses. So we talked about the effective uses. Now we're going to go on to what not to do on Facebook. And I see this all the time personally. So you do not want to post basic content that does not engage or excite the user. This is big. You want to post things that are relevant, that are active, that people are going to want to comment on and kind of basically engage with. And that's huge if you're looking to make a big Facebook following. Unorganized posts with misspelling or grammar issues. This is another big issue with Facebook. If you're posting on there, you want to make sure everything's spelled correctly and that you're doing things the right way so people are able to understand what you're saying and interpret it clearly. And then finally, you want to avoid long rants. This is because the attention span of the user is very small. So if you see here on this post, this is an example of a very long rant. We're talking about over 100 words. That's usually not a good idea. They just don't have the time to read that long of a post. So if you're looking to really engage the user, keep it short and simple, make sure there's no spelling errors, and engage them with interesting content. Those are my 3 main tips to engage the user in effective practices for Facebook. So I just want to thank you for listening, and have a nice day.